Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another video on the A4 Art Stuff channel. Uh, I want to start off by saying Happy New Year. It's the first video for the channel in 2018. And instead of doing the normal time lapse, or instead of doing I don't know, whatever else I end up doing on this channel, the 3D stuff. I just wanted to start off with a quick sort of let's chat sort of video and talk about, 2017 in review and what to expect from this channel moving forward. So it's gonna be slower pace, and I figured I don't think I'm gonna talk too long, but I tend to ramble like I am right now. So I figured I would, take one of the Ica 100s here, and for those of you who don't know, I celebrate this character's birthday every year, April 27th, and one year, I think it was her 9th birthday, I ended up drawing 100 Icas, and from time to time I like to go back and grab one of these sketches and finish one, or do more to it. Like this one's really cute right here. But here I am rambling already. But rambling about Ica is always good. So I have a couple of notes just to keep myself on track. Let's see if I can keep looking at them and keep myself on track. I think I like that Mario one, actually. So last year, this channel didn't get... Where are you? There it is. This channel didn't get too many... updates, too many videos on it, and I didn't like that. I really wanted to get a lot of time lapses, some 3D speed modeling videos and tutorials and things like that. I really wanted to get that stuff out, but it never ended up happening, and that sucked. It really sucked. So let's do 1280 on this one too. So anyway, what happened? What happened last year? Well, I was working. I've been working at just some retail place at Sam's Club for 2 years now. I just needed work, and that's what I had. That was the only thing. And, if you don't know what Sam's Club is, it is a wholesale retail giant like BJ's or the other one, and they'll hire anybody. It's very inefficient. It's all about money, which is what all companies are usually about. But it's like it's a franchise type of thing, so it's whatever. Anyway, so I was working there, and the hours are completely random, and like I said, they would hire anybody. Well, that means they would literally hire anybody for their work, and everyone is expendable, and they will do what they can to increase productivity without having to spend more money. So when it comes to hours, instead of saying, hey, I get to be full-time maybe one day after 2 years, it's more like, no, we'll just keep you as part-time. They specifically keep you just under 40 hours, so they don't have to increase your pay or anything like that. They don't do overtime pay or anything like that. So it was just a bad time. But I don't really want to get too much into that. So the hours were just kind of random. They were all over the place. My position technically, well, at least for most of last year, was a cashier. And I started as a cashier in 2016. It was 2016. I'm sorry. It's the first of the year, and it's hard to remember what day yesterday was or what year it was yesterday. So when I started, I was a cashier. And then for about 7 or 8 months, I was an accountant, so I was being paid more. I was in an office, and it was really fun. And I'll probably actually bring that up in a later video because I wanted to talk about trying something new and stuff for artwork sake. But we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, I was an accountant for a while, and then I went back down to the floor. But no matter what your position was, at least for me, I did everything. I was at the gas station. I was in the cafe. I was just on the floor. I was outside pushing carts. I was outside cleaning things. I was maintenance, whatever. So, the hours were weird, and that meant when I got home, I didn't really get to do anything. I mean, I could, but that would mean that I'd have to stay up, but I had closed, which meant I got home at like almost midnight, and then I'd have to open, which means I had to be there at 6:45, which meant I had to get up at like 3 in the morning. So I only had like 3 hours of sleep usually. Not all the time, but it happened. So that was one thing that always stopped me from doing anything on the channel. What else do we have here? And then of course at the beginning of the year, I got robbed by what used to be called Sallie Mae. For those of you who don't know, Sallie Mae was a student loan company. They started off as a giant for helping the regular person get into school by being a nonprofit, until they decided, hey, why aren't we making money? So they ended up becoming a for-profit company, and they basically leached. They're loan sharks, basically, until they got sued. So I don't know the full story. All I can imagine is they went through some rigmarole to change their name to Navient. So it is now Navient, not Sallie Mae. Sallie Mae does not exist anymore. And now they have my loans, which I think are the exact same people. They have the same phone numbers and addresses and everything. Anyway, they stole my money because they weren't taking my money. So I was trying to pay my loans through their online thing because they claimed that I would end up getting lower premiums at some point if I did it every single month, and they weren't taking it until they decided to tell me that I was 3 months overdue, and they just took the money, which was everything that I had in my bank account, just about. So there was that whole nonsense. And then, from there it went to tax time, which I didn't have any money to pay, and I didn't have health insurance anymore because I had been robbed by Sallie Mae. So I had to pay the government for not having health insurance for a few months, but I had no money to do so. And then, with all of that going on, just before tax time anyway, is when I had my very first full-on panic attack, like an anxiety attack. I was walking into work, and I started going completely insane, where I was yelling at myself, telling myself to calm down, because this was a new experience for me. I didn't know. I talk to myself all the time. I'm kind of rambling already again. So it's nothing new to me. I always just chit-chat with myself, try to, clear my head, figure out what the heck I'm trying to do or what I might do when I get home. And it's easier for me to organize my thoughts when I talk out loud. But this was different. It was very negative, and I couldn't get myself to stop talking out loud. And then when I got into work, I was shaking, and it was hard to breathe. And next thing I know, after a few things that normally do go wrong at Sam's Club, I ended up blacking out right there at my register in front of all of my customers. Luckily, I didn't hit the floor. One of my supervisors were there, and they caught me before I actually hit the ground. So that was nice that I didn't hit the floor. So from there, I went on to falling into like some serious depression. I've always had to deal with depression when I was even in high school, but compared to everybody else and other things, like, it wasn't that serious. I had friends, and I was having a time in my life in high school. It's normal, I guess, teen angsty depression or whatever. And but this was different. This was like true blue crazy depression. I was on the phone with some health insurance thing at the time, and stuff wasn't working out, and I was like biting my nails. I remember chewing off the nails on one of my hands, and like it wasn't bleeding, but it was pretty close. And I remember saying that I wanted to chew the nails on my other hand so I didn't hurt myself, but I couldn't because I was holding the phone. Like, I mean, it just sounds kind of crazy. I don't know, but that's basically what's going on. It was depression. There was a big suicidal moment, like that kind of depression, where nothing really matters. And it was long, and it was hard and stupid and whatever. I have a therapist. I haven't been to see her in a while, because she decided to claim that me having the favorite color of orange, and you guys who watch the videos a lot might realize that orange is also the name of the mascot. I don't know why I'm outlining this in this. The mascot here. Well, she's not a mascot. She's my public relations, I guess you could call her. Her name is Orange. You saw her right there at the start of the video. You see her at the end of all of the videos and everything. Because of that, apparently, I am like a Trump supporter, and everything that I do and say is a political statement. So if I tell you, keep drawing stuff and stuff like that, I have some type of political, agenda by saying that. I don't know. So I stopped seeing her for a while. I do plan to go back to her office when things have, gotten a little better for me, but I just don't want to deal with being told that I can't have orange as my favorite color. It's a good color, it's orange. It's nothing rhymes with it and all that fun stuff. Anyway, so there you go. So that's everything that was going on last year. It was bad, stupid. So what I did to help myself, let me just kind of scoop my notes over. So what I ended up doing to make it better and to help myself out was, well, one, I don't work at Sam's Club anymore. I'm no longer there. Originally, I stopped working there because I was going to be hired. Oh, what's going on? New layer. There we go. I was going to be hired at it was called a kid gym. Like, it sounds like I'm saying the name. A kid gym. Like, they do birthday parties and activities and stuff. Fun stuff for the kids. I think they were aged 6 to 12, something like that. And I thought it would be a great opportunity because I'd been looking to teach, and they did like art classes, so I thought I might be able to get in on that. They said they didn't need an art teacher, but it looked like they did need help, just with the birthday parties and, people that watch the kids while they're doing the parties. And then they decided not to go with me, like, okay, whatever. But instead of backing down and trying to stay, at Sam's Club, like, oh, well, it didn't work out, so I'll just stay here, I decided to keep the trigger pulled, and I just left. I just said, hey, after Thanksgiving, I'm done still. And so Thanksgiving came, Thanksgiving went, it was interesting, and then the last couple days of the month went by, and then that was it. I was done. I stopped going to that place. According to my therapist, who was still good, by the way, even though she said the weirdest things after a while with orange. She did say that, the Sam's Club sort of became a trigger for me, which I think is true, because before I ended up getting a therapist, I almost had a second panic attack, like the exact same conditions. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't, I was shaking. It was bad. And I don't, at that point for the second one, everything was fine. I had health insurance. I was saving money again. Like, besides working at Sam's Club, everything was perfectly fine, and yet I was about to have another panic attack. Just walking into the store, like, so that was when I actually got my therapist, and she said, yeah, that place is probably a kind of a trigger for you now, because I guess I associated it with everything terrible that was going on with me at the time. So yeah, I'm done there, so, and it was good. Like, the month started, December started. The tradition for me is the first Saturday of December, I put my Christmas tree up, and it's an old Christmas tree. It's as old as I am. Never had a Christmas without it. So it shows its age. It's terribly. It looks like you would think that it looks like the Christmas tree from Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. It's pretty bad, but I love that tree so much. And that was the second day I did not go to Sam's Club. I put my tree up, and it was exciting. It was fun, just like it always is. And it was just a good time. This whole month, or last month, was really good, and I was able to focus myself. I was able to get a lot of artwork done. I was able to focus on a few things for the channel, even though not a whole lot got posted. And I was mainly thinking about the future of the channel. And I don't know. And here we are today, January 1st. Oh gosh, it's getting a little late. I should be able to get this up by by the end of the day. I hope so. But the point is, I've been having a great time just kind of doing my thing, refocusing myself on myself. So one of the things, like I said, I left Sam's Club, and I'm thinking about myself for once. So I'm trying to look at my notes because I was rambling there. I'm thinking about myself. Anything that's not good for me, I'm trying to stay away from, and things that are good for me, therapeutic, like doing my work, my artwork, and thinking about, whatever project I have in mind, like, it's good, and I'm doing that. And it's been a while since I've felt like good in general, I guess. So it's been nice. It's been good. I'm not feeling suicidal, guys. I'm feeling perfectly fine. Want to teach people. So if anybody's got any questions, pop them down there in the towel section, doobly-doo, whatever anyone else is calling the comments down there. I should come up with a name for it. And yeah, just let me know. Let me ramble to you about how I can help you improve your artwork or something. Cartooning. So that's last year, and that was last month. So what happens now? It's 2018. Well, right now, I'm making this video. I have a whiteboard on my wall, just over my bed, so every time I wake up, it's right there for me to see what I wrote on it. And last year, I didn't write a thing on it, but yesterday, I did. First thing was to make this video. No matter what, this is the first video that will be going up for the new year. I also have 2 other videos in mind for second and third. They're both time-lapse videos. Yeah, they're both time-lapse videos, and they both have something to do with orange. So those will be fun. They're going to be a lot of fun to do. And that's all I wrote for now. There's some other notes about, what I should do to upgrade my artwork, like what I should look at, and processes that I wanted to try out. Am I gonna do that? Yes, I am. So, this is working out pretty good. So that's what's happening right now. More things for the channel. Yeah, more things for the. I just talked about that. Oh, see, I'm getting distracted and rambling already. I'll be looking for work again. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm going freelance now. I mean, I would love that, but that's not necessarily in the cards at the moment. And that's fine. Like I said, I'm not like above, like, oh, I don't want to work for somebody. I want to work for myself. I would love to work with a team. Like, that would be amazing. But so yeah, I'll be looking for work, freelance or at a studio or some kind of production house, or advertising agencies, stuff like that, branding. So if you guys, any of you watching, actually do any of that, hey, get out of here, cat. So if any of you guys do any of that or work for any firms or anything, let me know. Hey, if you need to hire anybody. So besides that, what did I? Okay. So I've been trying to keep this a secret for a while. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Back then I didn't like talking about projects. Whoops. Because I would end up discouraging myself from it, like, especially if it was a big project. Like, if I told someone that I was going to do something and then I didn't do it, it was like the worst. Oh no, here she comes. No, get out of here. I'm recording. So it was awful. Like, I didn't like talking about a big project because it put the pressure on me to do it. And then it's like, oh, well, what happens if I don't get it done? And then I don't get it done, and it's just bad stuff. So I used to not talk about it, but now I'm just going to let you guys know. I was working on an animated series to premiere on this YouTube channel. It was going to be fully 3D. It was going to take place after my demo reel, which I'm currently working on now, my new one anyway. And it's so it was full 3D. I was gonna save up to hire some voice actors, and it's like the biggest problem with it would have been that it was just gonna be me. Like, no one else is helping me with this thing. Like my demo reel is okay. It's my reel, but after that, like, this is full. The series it was gonna be like 11 minutes long, about, like, somewhere around there. Like, that's a lot of work, at least for the first couple of and it was gonna probably run, well, it was gonna run 4 seasons, each season being somewhere around about 10 to 15 episodes of 11-minute episodes. And that's me doing everything from the modeling for the character modeling, the environment modeling, lighting, effects, editing, sound. Like, I don't even know sound, and here I am like, I should do this. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't talk about it very much, because I wanted to just kind of work on it. And if something like happened where like a big production spike happened, I'd be able to be like, oh yeah, this is good, and then I could talk about it. But with all of that going on, I just didn't know. So but it's a goal of mine. I really want to get it done or worked on, because it's supposed to be part of my brand now. So the A4 brand has, it has Orange. It has a series of these 4-paneled comics, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link in the towel section, doobly-doo comment or description area to those. They were just a little silly 4-paneled puns, I guess, that I was doing to keep myself motivated years and years and years and years ago. I think they started them in 2011. And now there's a second, I call it season of them. Like, I've updated them, and I'm diving into like storytelling with them, and it's just, it's so much going on with them that I wanted to do. It's a story that I wanted to tell, and I have the ability to tell that story. And I just, I don't want the series to end up going the way of, like, I don't know, everything else that I used to work on back then. But it's a lot of work. So, eraser, there we go. So it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of time to do. So don't expect it to be something that pops up in the next couple of months. Oh gosh, this knee. Is that what I really want from... Oh, gosh. Hang on. This is going to be a little bit off topic, but these sketches were done quickly because I had to do 100 of them. And it seems I didn't quite come up with... Okay, I guess that'll work, I guess. I didn't... like, her proportions are slightly off from what they usually would be. I guess that'll do. I guess. Where was I? Sorry, see, getting distracted. Let me look at my notes again. Right. So, the series and other things going on for this channel. So, I want to do a bunch of new videos. I want to, collab with people, have some fun on the channel. Ooh, excuse me, hiccups. And I wanted to do like activity kind of things with you guys. Oh my gosh, hiccups are real. Sorry. So I wanted to do some activity things for you guys, like coloring books, activity sheets, stuff like that. Dot to dot drawings. Remember the 100 subscriber video? So I wanted to come up with all that stuff. So I'll find some things to do. I want to do more videos going over processes and things like that. How you can improve your work. That's where questions come in well, because it helps me focus my thoughts on a specific subject. Instead of just kind of saying anything. Maybe you're fine with your line work, but you want to learn about proportions or something. Well, let me know, and I can just talk about that. There we go. Yes. That works. So yeah. But anyway, I'm rambling already again. I'm trying not to. So yeah, that's the future. Oh my gosh, she's back. That's the future of the channel. We're going to see a lot more just videos going on about just anything to help you improve, things to think about. I'm going to do a lot more Let's Chat videos. I'd love to do more 3D speed modeling and time-lapse modeling. I would love to also, like I said, do collabs with people. I don't know what it would be. So if anybody knows what I can do, let me know. We can try to get it started or something. Put a big old A in here. And then this. And that's, I guess that's all of my notes. I actually got to the end. Interacting with you guys. That's the last thing in the notes. Okay, there it is. I want to do stuff with you guys. So I'll come up with something. I don't know what we'll do yet. And if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Something that'll be fun for everybody. Something fun to watch. Some art games, art streaming. I've been streaming on Twitch. Some people have been trying to get me to start streaming on Twitch. So I started doing that a little bit more if I can. And where have I been streaming anywhere else? Nah. I tried streaming here on YouTube. It didn't really work out that well, though. I should probably get rid of that video. It's probably confusing. And that's about it. So, yeah. So, I'm going to save you guys from my rambling. I'm going to save myself from my rambling. If you guys, had a good New Year's time. Hopefully you were safe. Let me know what you did down in the comments section down there. And I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be a time lapse of Orange. Go check out the A4 panel comics. That's what they're called. They're the 4-panel comics. It's a pun, you see? That's what it was about. It's an A4 panel comic. That's going to be Orange and her 2 doppelgangers. So go check out the comics if you don't know what that's about. It gets explained in there, and then you'll know why there's 3. In fact, there's already what is it called? Grove of Oranges. That's what this next video is going to be called. Grove 2, or the Grove is back, or something like that. And so you can see that down, like, one of the first 3 videos that I posted up. It'll be down there, and it's just going to be another one of those with all 3 oranges. And the next one is, oh wait, no, that's not the next one. I have this cozy picture of orange that I wanted to do. Anyway, whatever. I'm rambling again, so I'm gonna let you guys go. If you're still actually here, I'll see you in the next video. Cozy orange. Then it's gonna be the Grove, and I'll come up with something for other things that we can all do, and streaming and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. All right, you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of 2018, and